long story short, we didn't go to prom. We went to Disney. We made out for the first time on the It's a Small World ride.
How was it though? How was the makeout session?
You know what it was? It was still me fucking around. It was still me like, ooh, I bet you can't give me a kiss, or like, I bet you like you're not down. Literally, I swear to God, I bet you won't let me suck it right here. Like, I swear to God. And we started making it. I'm like, let's go to the restroom right now. Ya ando horneado.
You're not down.
I'm like, ¿dónde está Dani? I'm like, get him out of the parking lot right now.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Salice Rose Show. You know me, your favorite host ever, Salice Rose. I'm your favorite, right? If you say I'm not, you're obviously lying again. Anyway, I hope you guys are ready for today's episode because we have an amazing, very, very talented, very sassy, very, just an amazing guest all around by the name of Alannized. Now, if you guys want to know who is he, right? He does like the best makeup tutorials ever. He's just the best entertainer all around. I mean, besides me, you know. But enough of me talking. I'm gonna let him introduce himself and tell you guys more about him. And I don't know if you're ready, but we're about to spill some motherfucking tea, bitch. So grab your food, your beverages, and let's get started in 3, 2, 1. And here we have Alannized.
Hi.
Alannized, very quickly, can you please tell the people who act like they don't know you, everyone knows who you are, tell them who you are, what you do, a little bit about yourself, please.
So, para los que no me conocen, yo tengo 26 años. Los acabo de cumplir. I just turned 26. I am an OC-based influencer que se hizo podcast host, que está haciendo lo que tenga que hacer para sobrevivir. Pero aquí andamos. I feel like I do a little bit of everything. Like, aside from my podcast, I do also like daily vlog. Yeah. So I feel like hay mucha gente que me conoce through the podcast, and there's a lot of my OGs que pues obviamente me conocen because of like my vlogs. So I feel like I do a little bit of everything. I'm trying to start a business. Tengo muchas cosas que quiero hacer. Come on. But other than that, un muchacho que quiere lograr muchas cosas. That's who I am.
You know what? We gotta take a shot to that.
Let's take a shot.
All right. He has a shot of tequila. I have an energy drink with a lot of fucking champagne in here.
You guys, I don't have a shot. I have a glass of tequila.
You have apple juice. Come on.
Pa arriba, pa abajo, pa centro y pa dentro.
You're going to hear us gulp. It's going to be like, gulp. Fuck, bitch.
Fuck. It's a bit.
That's a big bitch. Oh, my God. Dude, what the fuck?
Me quieren emborrachar. Oh, my God.
Are you guys thirsty yet? Did that make you thirsty? Did you guys like that ASMR?
That was good. That was good, though. Mm-hmm.
We need another one. All right. Alan, so let me ask you, what inspired you to get into the social media space? Because I feel like at this point, you're more than an influencer. Like, you're everywhere. Every time I go on social media, I always see you everywhere. So what motivated you to do what you're doing now?
I honestly want to say que era puro luck. Like, I feel like it was like one of those things that wasn't supposed to happen that ended up happening. And then I saw the opportunity. Y me fui. I remember I've been doing this shit since I was like 16, 17, right? But like, I feel like when I was young, I was kind of just more doing it because I was like, oh my God, I started getting into makeup. Yeah. So I feel like that's kind of where like my whole journey started. My friend got me into makeup. Then I started to be able to create content. I started stealing makeup. No,
you gotta do what you gotta do, baby.
I did, and I've talked about it. I even got caught at Target. Like, I got caught seeing makeup at like 16, 17 years old. Porque pues quería hacer mis pinches videos. I remember the first video that went, not viral, but that kind of got me a following. And that's when I was like, you know what? Like, I can actually do this. Me acuerdo, I was like 17, I think. And I was posting like makeup tutorials, right? Okay. Because I had posted one and it kind of did good. And I'm like, chinga su madre, aquí soy. You know, like, let me continue doing it. And I started fucking posting. And at the time, I'm sure you know Huda Beauty, you know, Wake Up and Makeup. They're like huge makeup brands now. But at the time, like 2015, 2016.
They were barely on the come
They were not even makeup brands. They were more like reposting pages.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. Huda Beauty, si ustedes saben en verdad.
The tea, bitch. The tea.
If you guys have been in the beauty industry for so long, I mean, she always had like her lash brand. But at the time, she really wasn't like a full-blown like makeup brand. Okay. So me acuerdo que like a lot of like the aspiring like makeup artists or just kind of like influencers que la querían hacer, like their goal was like to make it on like the Huda Beauty page, right?
Yeah.
Y me acuerdo que así empezó. Like I made it on the Huda Beauty page. I remember I was like I was in high school, took a nap after school, me levanté. I was like, what the fuck? Why do I have so many fucking followers coming in? I think I had gained like 30,000 fucking followers. Back then when like the Instagram algorithm was good. Ahora ni que me costé el pinche presidente ni un pinche seguidor me sigue. Nothing. But like back then, like the algorithm was like in our favor. So when I started seeing like, oh shit, like I'm getting a following, le seguí. Y pues aquí andamos. Like,
and you know what's crazy is like nowadays, it's so hard to even gain 10,000 followers on Instagram. I'm like, what the fuck?
Lose. I lose on Instagram all the time. Like if I post, I'm like, fuck, like it's risky.
I'm scared to post.
Yeah, I'm so scared to post like a feed post on my IG. Because I'm like, what if people follow me, but they don't like me, but they forget that they're following me?
And then they're like, why the fuck did I follow this?
Yeah, or like, what if like I post something that's like the reminder to unfollow me? Because it happens a lot. But I feel like it's just Instagram kind of like getting rid of like
it's a lot of bots, though.
Yes,
it's a lot of bots because they do like this cleanup and shit. Like if you guys ever lose followers, don't feel discouraged. I mean, I'm a hypocrite because I feel discouraged every time.
Siempre, yeah. I'm crying. I'm already looking for a job.
Shit, bitch. Someone pull up Indeed. You got me fucked up. Literally. Yo, okay, so did you go to Coachella?
I didn't.
No.
You know what's crazy? I was having so much FOMO because I know you were there. I was supposed to fucking be there.
Yeah.
Déjate digo lo que pasó. So I even felt embarrassed like posting at all that weekend porque todos mis seguidores ya me hacían en Coachella. I had posted maybe like 2 months ago that I was like, oh, going to Coachella. Yo bien, ya me miraba ya.
I didn't say what year.
Yeah, I'm like 2025. Literally, no.
26.
I'm like, or 27 or fucking never.
Yeah, fucking never.
And mis sueños. No, but you know what it is? I had actually gotten reached out. So I had gotten approached by YouTube, right? To like take me to Coachella. But then in that same week, I had another company that was gonna take not just me, but my boyfriend and my best friend.
Okay.
I think they wanted us to do like some content. I think they had like a booth over there, or sepa la verga lo que tenían, but they wanted to take me through there. Y mandé a volar a YouTube because I was like, no, prefiero ir con mis amigos. You know, YouTube nomás me va a mandar a mí y esta compañía me va a traer a todos. Al fin del día, güey, yo ya estaba que queriendo, when it came down to me like booking my, like, you know, my stay or like looking for my, like my outfits, I hit up the company, well, the person that I was talking that was like kind of conectándome con la compañía. And I was like, hey, so ¿qué va a pasar para ponerme las pilas with the outfits?
First of all, why am I asking you for updates? That's like my biggest
literally, I'm
thing.
like, I was already expecting. I swear to God.
The fuck?
They were like, you know what? Like, the company's not responding anymore. Y yo como de que, güey, ya le dije a todo el mundo que iba a ir. But
my tías already know.
Literally, I'm like, ya tengo mis outfits, ya me esperaron.
Put it on Facebook already.
I swear to God, pero no me tocó ir. I did get FOMO. I think I only saw one set on like YouTube, like the Lana Del Rey set, because it was too much. I was seeing everyone's stories and everything, and I was like, no puedo ver esto.
What about this weekend? Do you want to go? Are you gonna go?
I do, but then, you know what it is? I've always had this thing. I've always told myself, I was like, yo no voy a ir a pinche Coachella si no me pinche invitan. Like, si una compañía no me lleva gratis, yo no voy porque yo no voy a gastar casi $1,000 para irme a quemarme en el sol. Like, yo mejor a gusto en mi casa, mi amor. Literally, I was like, yo mejor a gusto en mi casa sin gastar tanto dinero, because I know Coachella in general is expensive.
No, are you fucking kidding? For like the VIP pass, I think it's like between $1,000 to $2,000. I'm like, god damn.
I'm like, la renta, mi amor, mejor se queda uno en casa con aire
La
acondicionado.
renta, mi amor.
It's expensive. How was it though? I know you went.
So, I mean, it was good. It was good. I went with Red Bull.
Okay.
And my thing is, I'm going to sound like a fucking old lady, which I'm not. But like when I go to like events or something or like Coachella or something like that, I literally go to work and to network.
Yeah.
So I didn't actually watch anybody like their performance. I was like, I'm here to work, get connects, and I'm out.
And I'm bouncing.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it your first time going or no?
First time.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
But I kind of want to go this weekend. Vamos?
Vamos. I'm like, nos ponemos las pilas porque vamos. No me alborotes, Salice.
Watch what you say, because ask everybody here. I book trips in 2 seconds. Ask them all. I book them.
I'm like, I'm like
Airbnb.com right
I'm
now.
like 420s this weekend.
Dude, I mean, come on. So, what has been your experience, you know, being as a male LGBTQ influencer, LGBTQIA+, I know like it's always changing, but what has been your experience thus far, you know? Yeah, it happens.
I'm like, yeah, bien pedo. On social media or just in general?
I was both, actually, both. Like maybe when you first started social media, how did social media react versus like your family?
You know what's crazy? I actually came out when I started doing social media. So
wait,
como que todo se juntó.
So pause. You started social media at the age of 16 or 17.
17,
So you came out the minute you were transitioning to social media.
So I kind of came out. Okay, so let me tell you a
shit.
little. I'm like, déjate cuento la historia para que comprendas.
I got time, baby. I got
time. So
time.
I kind of came out because going back to the Target story. Okay, so I grew up with my mom being very lenient. Like she was kind of strict, but like ya cuando me tocó a mí, I feel like because I'm the baby of the family, todos mis siblings se fueron very young, right? So when it came down to me, I feel like my mom was a little bit more like lenient, especially like my last maybe 3 years of high school. Like me dejaba salir, like she trusts me, right?
Yeah.
Ash, y'all did it. She's like, no, no quería que
I don't know why the fuck you trusted me,
she
though.
just didn't want me to leave, right? Like she thought like, oh, maybe I'm like too strict on my kids, that's why they're all leaving, right? So yo me acuerdo que cuando me cacharon, so the reason why I'm explaining that is because my mom was the type of mom que si me regañaba or if I would be like grounded, al próximo día because she would work, se le olvidaba y yo salía, right? Like I would be like, yeah, let's go. Like I'm only grounded for that second. For that minute she said it.
And then she forgets.
No, swear to God. And when I got caught stealing at Target, se hizo todo un pedo, right? Like she had to come pick me up. I had to call her. Keep in mind that was like the third Target I was hitting like that day. It was April Fool's Day. So when I called her and I was like,
Mom.
no, literally. It was like the third one was a charm, right? Like I had hit 2 targets, la tercera la vencida. Yo dije, no, pues me fue bien en las otras 2 targets, me va a ir mejor en esta. And I ended up getting fucking caught as soon as I walk out the Target. Plot twist is that the makeup I was stealing wasn't even for me. I was stealing for my friend because ya me había surtido with the other 2 stops.
Right.
Like I already had a bunch of makeup like for me. So I was like, oh.
So really he shouldn't get in trouble. The friend should get in trouble.
Exactly.
Valid.
But you know what it is? If you walk out with the product, you're the one in trouble.
100%.
Because yo también quería culpar a mi amiga because she was overage.
I'm holding it for a friend.
I swear to God. I was like, ella es de ella.
Let me call this bitch, I swear to God.
When I literally got caught, whatever, se hizo todo un pedo, you know, le llamaron a la policía, vino mi mamá, todo ese pedo.
Pinche pedo.
El próximo día, my mom was like, no, you're grounded. Right? Y yo el próximo día.
For 10 minutes.
Literally, no.
Okay.
That day I was like, no, pues nomás va a ser un ratito. Ya para el próximo día, the next day I had a quinceañera. Like a very, you know, at the time when you're in high school, like, you know, like the popular people.
Yeah.
Me acuerdo que a popular girl me había invitado to a quinceañera and I was like, there's no motherfucking way in hell I'm missing this quinceañera. And my mom didn't budge. She was like, no te me vas. No te me vas. Y yo, ¿cómo de que no me voy a ir? Yo me voy. Like, you're grounded. Literally, I swear to God, yo era bien berrinchudo. Si tenía una cosa que yo era bien berrinchudo, especially like when I started kind of, you know, growing up. Like, si yo quería algo, yo lo hacía, you know? That's it. And I remember I was like, no, I'm going. She's like, no, you're not. And I started like I swear to God, this is so dramatic. Like, don't do this. This is nothing to joke about. Now I look back at it, I'm like, qué pinche niño tan pendejo.
Oh, shit.
But I remember I went to the restroom and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stay in the restroom because we got in a really heated argument. And I was like, me voy a quedar en el baño like for like 2 hours and maybe she'll come check up on me and like she'll feel bad that like she really is grounding me y que me va a dejar ir, right? Like yo en mi mente eso es lo que pensaba. Pasó 1 hora. Sepa la verga dónde estaba Martita. Like, Martita was nowhere to be found.
Oye, Marta, por
like,
favor, señora.
Like, to me, I'm like, no, like, in an hour, like, she's probably gonna be like, ¿qué está haciendo en 1 hora, right?
Right.
I was such a dumb kid that I swear to God, I got toothpaste, right? I was like, oh my God, what can I do to, like, create attention?
Yeah.
I got a toothpaste, started brushing my teeth, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna, like, let it, like, babarme. No, wait, te lo juro, like, it's nothing to joke about. Like, ahora, like, not that I joke about it, but, like, it really, like, now that I think about it, I'm like, no, pinche chamaco.
Yeah, you guys don't take this story as joking. He's just telling his experience.
Like, I'm literally telling my experience.
Yeah, exactly.
No hagan esto.
Right.
Aunque lo estén jugando, me tiré en el piso, right? Because I'm like, okay, me voy a tirar en el piso por 30 minutos. Y ya va a ser an hour and a half. Literally, I'm like, I swear to God, I'm like, an hour and a half later, my mom has to come check in on me and she will feel bad. Like, and I will go to the quinceañera. And no llegó. 2 horas después, and I was hearing her in the sala, right? Like, estaba platicando con mi tía. And I was like, you know what? Esto no sirvió, chinga su madre. Me levanté, I was like,
think of something else.
I'm like, what the fuck could I do? I went outside, she was with my tía. I remember like telling my mom shit. I was like, yo voy a ir a la quinceañera, no vas a ir. Because I thought que me iba a dejar ir porque estaba ahí mi tía. No quería, yo dije, no, pues no le voy a decir a mi tía que estuve de pinche robando, you know, que estuve robando, like, that's embarrassing, you know, like, imagínate las tías, no me van a comer. So I swear to God, I was like, if I go out and tell her in front of my tía, she's gonna, like,
She has to fucking
She has to. Ya mañana que me regañe, pero
Like, she
prefiero
has
pedir
to.
perdón que permiso.
Right.
And no, she was still like, no. I remember I cussed my mom out. Like, now that I think about it, I do feel bad.
Yeah.
You know, era como mi tiempo como de rebeldía. But also I was going through a lot of stuff. You know, I hadn't come out of the closet. Like, I was going through a lot of stuff. Like, with my dad making little comments, like when you're going through it and you're like, you know what, fuck everyone. Like, whatever.
You just get so like rebellious and angry.
So that day, I remember, ya se fue mi tía or whatever, I came out to my mom.
Wait, that day?
That day. Like, I was like, you know what?
But did you go to the quinceañera?
No, I didn't.
Fuck, man, what the
like, I was
fuck?
still trying. Like, y no se pudo.
Come on,
but
Mom, I'm gay.
Ya era la noche. Yeah, I'm like, please let me.
Come on, please.
She's like, no, me vale verga. Te quedas en casa. I swear to God. And
Come
she
on,
came over
Maria.
me. Y pues le di toda she had already, you know what's funny though? Before I got caught with the makeup, I used to keep all my little makeup that I would steal like under my bed in a shoebox. I literally still have the picture of the shoebox. Si quieres te la mando para que la puedas poner aquí donde sea.
I would love that.
Te la mando. I literally still have like, and I would keep it under, right? Like under my bed.
Yeah.
And I think my mom, like, un día que estaba limpiando, like, lo miró, pero nunca me dijo nada, right? Like, she never, like, told me. She always knew I was gay.
Oh, my God.
Ya sabía, nomás
So she
que
had an
nunca
idea.
le había dicho.
Okay.
So I literally was like, you know what? Voy a aprovechar ahorita. And I'm like, en mi momento más pinche dramático. Like, after doing all this, like, I have to do something, like,
I have to
like,
pull, yeah.
I have to pull something. Mm-hmm. So I came out to her, to my sister. I told you, I was like, I'm gay, da-da-da-da. Like, I told them, like, what they were doing wrong, how they were making me feel, what they would say that would make me feel bad.
Right.
Came out, whatever. It was cool. And then at that time, yo ya estaba practicando, like, makeup.
Okay.
And that's when I decided to come out, like, to everyone. I posted a makeup picture, but I didn't say I'm gay. I posted a makeup picture and I was like, pues, the people that follow me, they're not going to be like, oh, he's a straight guy wearing makeup. No, se van a darle. Like, slay the house down boots. No. So that's kind of like how I came out on social media. And then after that, I kind of, I was still in high school. So I posted that first picture kind of just to come out to people.
How did everybody react on social media? Like from your high school or your like cousins or whatever? Did they say anything? Did they reach out to you?
Como que les valió verga, güey. Like,
really?
I mean, I feel like todos sabían. Like, yo desde chiquita jugaba con muñecas. So I feel like my family, it was never, even till this day, I feel like there's like family members that like, obviously they know I'm gay, tengo mi pareja y todo eso. Pero como que es una plática que no se platica mucho. You know what I mean? It's like...
Does that make you feel some kind of way?
I don't really care.
Okay.
Like now, maybe back then sí me afectaba, pero ahora I'm like, you know what? I don't care if people know my business. Like, just watch my video.
I know, right? Just follow me on social media.
Cuenta, like, literally. But I feel like it never mattered. But then, obviously, as I started getting on social media, I feel like when I got on social media, I've always been a very insecure kid, right? Like, I've always struggled with my weight.
Okay.
Like, in high school, I was always going on extreme diets. Like in high school.
I was going to say, can you tell us about like the whole weight loss journey, like from start to finish? Because I'm sure a lot of people like struggle with that too, or they kind of want to know how you did it,
How I did it now, para mirarme así, cirugía. Like I swear to God.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
I've done it all. In high school, I did un tratamiento de gotas. Te ponías unas gotitas like on the bottom of your tongue, and it would kind of like not make you hungry. This is so crazy to like talk about it. No, it's crazy, but imagine this at like 16, 17 years old. That's crazy. It's crazy.
So you think you had body dysmorphia at a young age?
For sure. Even now where I look and I feel my best, like there's moments I wake up and I still see like 321 pound self, Pero yo cuando estaba when I was 16, 17, hice ese tratamiento, perdí 100 libras. And then, that was like my junior year, senior year.
Yeah.
After high school, subí hasta más, right? So then, llegó un tiempo donde hice otra extreme diet where I was only eating like 600 calories a day.
What the
Crazy.
fuck?
Yes. Era un tratamiento que iba a una clínica donde me inyectaba como la célula madre. So that's basically, it's like HCG is the pregnant women hormone that feeds the baby. And obviously, pues no estoy embarazado, me miraba, pero no lo estaba.
But I wasn't.
But I wasn't, para aclararlo, por si tienen duda.
He was never pregnant.
No one thought that. They're like, no, this motherfucker's just fat.
No,
I swear to God,
not.
no. But like, I did that tratamiento and the thing is with that tratamiento, how it works, para la gente que va a querer saber, you te inyectas todas las mañanas tú solo, so yo me agarraba la lonja y boom. But I was used to it too because I grew up diabetic, pre-diabetic.
Oh, wow.
So yo todos los días me inyectaba. So la inyección no me afectaba mucho. Okay. And I lost with that tratamiento. Long story short, basically feeds the baby. Like it grabs fat, but since there's no baby, it grabs fat and there's nothing to feed, so you flush it out, right? Like that's how that whole treatment works.
I've never heard of this shit.
It's
what the
crazy.
fuck?
So no te da hambre, so that's why you have to eat so little, because cuando te inyectas, it also has calories. So it's like, it evens out. Like it's like you're eating and like you're getting fed like all your nutrients, but like you're not supposed to be eating a lot like on your own. Perdí mucho. This was maybe like 4 years back, right?
Okay.
I did that treatment like 3-4 times successfully, pero cada vez que terminaba, rebotaba.
What the
So perdía mucho y
That's
rebotaba.
so frustrating.
Because like, I mean, I feel like for me, it's always been like, you have to change your habits. You know what I mean? Like you can't just depend on a diet, on an extreme diet, because puede funcionarte ese tiempo and then afterwards, well, güey, vas a subir hasta más.
Because what I've noticed too, like I don't like do extreme dieting, but there's moments where like I'll like try to like be fucking hella healthy and shit. And then I wake up on a random day and I just want to rage. I want to eat everything that's on goddamn Postmate. I want to like eat whatever I can get my hands on. And then that doesn't end. So I think that's why I mean, I'm not a fucking health professional and shit. I literally fucking don't listen to me. But I think that, I don't know. Maybe this is the wrong thing to say. I don't think dieting is like healthy. I think it's good to, enjoy your food, but maybe like a portion control is the way to go.
Exactly. And I feel like now, you know, with my surgery, well, I have no other fucking option than to portion control because no puedo comer mucho. But I feel like that's very important. I always do say, because I feel like for a long time, especially on my channel, I've always been so open when I've gone on diets, what I've done, what I do. I've always been an open book. And now that I look back, I'm like, wow, that was so unhealthy. Like what I was putting out there, what I was making my body go through is definitely like the unhealthy way to go, because I would almost kind of starve myself para bajar de peso, right? Man, 600 calories, wait, ¿quién va a sobrevivir con eso?
Come on.
It's crazy. So now, you know, after I gained all that weight back, me acuerdo que el año pasado I was like, you know what? Si no me pinche cierro el hocico con un candado, I have to figure out a way to like lose it.
Right.
So that's when I finally got weight loss surgery. Y gracias a Dios, pues, you know, it's a learning process, because people say it's the easy way out, but like when you're actually living it, like the physical part, like the losing the weight is the easy part. The mental like part of it is what's hard. So I feel like eso es lo que ahorita yo estoy batallando.
Tell us what you're struggling with right now mentally when it comes to, if you feel like
No, I do. I feel like right now what I struggle a lot with is, okay, so with, you know, this surgery, you have to eat a lot of protein, right? But the thing is, like your sources of protein that are like carne, meat, like chicken, like, you know, fish y todo eso. A mí me llena muy rápido la chicken. Like, I used to love wings before. Me chingaba my fucking 15 wing combo. Ahora con una pinche wing, ando que la siento hasta acá. Like, I want to throw up because me llena bien rápido. Okay. And si me das una bolsa de chips, me la trago, güey. Because it's like an empty carb.
Exactly.
Right? So, like, to me now, like, I'm in a place where I'm trying to navigate, like, making sure, like, aunque no comas mucho of what's healthy, prioritize that. Because it's so easy, like, being like, you know what? Tengo mucha hambre. What's going to make me feel like comí mucho? And that's what I'm saying. Like, me miro flaco, pero la mentalidad de gordo todavía la tiene uno. And that's where the physical and the mental part is when you get this weight loss surgery. Es que uno piensa de que, pues, ya se puso flaco y pues ya piensa flaco. No. Todavía sigues pensando con la mente de una persona obesa, con la mente de una persona que was always overweight. So you just kind of have to unlearn those habits, you know, because they are very bad habits. You know, I've always struggled with my weight since I was a child. I've always fluctuated, you know, like llegué a pesar 321 pounds at my heaviest. Right now I weigh 161 as of this morning.
Congratulations.
Me quité todo un humano, güey.
Give us some more tequila. What the fuck? Come on.
Tequila, wait, can I get more water?
Let's do it. Yeah.
But to chase it down, you guys, fun fact, I chased down my tequila. I chased down my tequila with water.
I swear to God, I used to do that with my vodka. And doesn't it help?
It helps 100%.
Okay, thank you. When I have told people that sometimes I'll use water as a chaser, they're like, that doesn't fucking help. And I'm like,
it fucking does.
Have you fucking tried it? Oh, I swear to God, like you don't even taste it.
Lo que hago yo para la gente que sabe, because you know what's funny? Someone asked me on a video, like it's so normal to me. Like to me, it's like water with a shot, right? Like water with a shot. I mean, I don't always do it. Si tengo mi agua, pues me la chingo con mi agua. But someone's like, what is Alan doing chasing, you know, his shot with the water? The reason why I do that, you guys, me meto poquito de agua.
Tutorial, pay attention. Water. And then he'll put the shot in his mouth while the water is there, and you didn't taste shit, did you?
I didn't taste shit.
You see what I mean? What a fucking tutorial. See, they don't teach you this in school.
They don't. You learned this here at the Salice Rose Show.
Get educated. Okay?
No, but honestly, that's what I do. And I feel like especially now with surgery.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, like, after surgery, con una shot en pedas, pues ya ando un poquito pedo. Pero that's how I last with water. I'm really good with my water.
Damn.
I hydrate the fuck out of myself.
As you should.
As I should.
So, Alan, a lot of people deal with body image issues like body dysmorphia. What advice would you give to the people who struggle with that kind of thing?
Now, you know, like everything I lived through, I feel like one thing that you guys should really focus on, I feel like for a long time, I was always doing it like the unhealthy way. Yeah. So siempre quería perder. Yo me acuerdo que siempre, si no perdía 30 libras en un mes, yo me enojaba.
What the fuck?
And now I'm like, that is so unnormal. That is not healthy. Like losing 30 pounds in 1 month, no matter the way you're doing it, is not healthy. You know what I mean? Like I've actually talked to people and it's like, I think the healthy amount of weight you should lose a month is like fucking 5 pounds.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
7.
I'm not a doctor, but it should be like a pound and a half.
It should never be extreme.
Extreme. So yo me acuerdo que cuando yo hacía mis dietas, I would always be like, no, the more the better, the more the better. But then now as, you know, looking back, I feel like that just kind of sets you up for failure. Right. I feel like if you don't have it in your mindset, I feel like weight loss should be one of those things that you should be thinking long term.
Like a lifestyle.
I mean? Like a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Exactly how you said earlier, like, no debes de starve yourself. You literally should enjoy.
Yeah.
Está bien comer tus chetos as long as, you know, en vez de chingarte toda la bolsa, chingate like 3, 4, 5, even 10. Yeah. You know, it's not bad to indulge and to have those things that you love because because if you just go for like the, pura ensalada, pura esto otro, you're literally setting up yourself for like failure.
Yeah, you are.
So one of my advices that I give to people that always struggle with like weight loss, it's just kind of do it gradually. You know what I mean? Like go into the lifestyle, make sure that you're literally going in thinking like, you know what, I want to be healthier for me, for like my longevity of my life, not for like, quiero perder 40 libras en un mes. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or like, quiero perder 20 libras para mi boda en 2 semanas. Güey, no. Porque pasa tu pinche boda y a los 2 semanas ya subes hasta 30. So I feel like you for sure have to like keep in mind that if you want longevity, especially with weight loss, you got to do it the right way.
Good things take time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Todo lo bueno en la vida, amigas, viene a su tiempo. Todo lo bueno takes time.
Yep.
Lo rápido y lo barato sale caro.
Damn, yo, he is such a deep fucking person. Like, I don't know. I feel like I've talked to a lot of people in my lifetime. Look at me talking like I'm fucking 85 years old. Bitch. But like this motherfucker's energy, like this is not even part of the fucking episode, but like his energy is so fucking good and so dope. And I love how you just came to the show and you came so prepared. Oh my God, you're a talker. I
and I swear to God, you guys, you know what's even crazier? Going back to me, like feeling like good with you. Like usually, like whenever I have gone on podcasts, I'm like, I need that. I need the questions. Like I need to know. But like I didn't get like any like run. I mean, I got like little like, oh, we're gonna talk about this and that. But like, so that's why I thought I would be more nervous. Pero no, güey, yo vine a lo que vine. I swear to God.
So you're saying I'm a good vibe.
You are. I swear to God. I swear. Si no me tuvieras aquí temblando, güey.
You're gonna be like, hi.
I'm like, hi, my name's Alan. I don't even know who I am.
Dude, literally. Alan, I have one more question about your whole body transformation, which is so admirable, by the way. Do you experience different treatment now than before?
1,000%.
So, for example, like maybe like an influx of messages, DMs, like maybe old friends coming back or like old bays, not to disrespect your relationship you have now, or like people just giving you the attention that you didn't have prior. Like how is your life now with the weight loss?
I feel like in general, like, you know what's so crazy though? Like whenever, because I've been doing social media for so long, so I've had like my up and downs when it comes to my weight. Like there's been times where I've been super big or there's been times where I've been thin. For sure, you see a difference. Like just in the way people treat you, you know, even the way brands want to work with you, it makes a big difference. Like yo obviamente, like a veces piensas like, what's the problem with being fat? fat, right? Like to me, it was never a problem. And it's not a fucking problem, right? To me personally, like if you're out there and you're overweight y tú te sientes bien, pues bien, chido, right? Pero para mí, obviamente, siempre fue un problema porque nunca me sentí bien. And I feel like for a lot of people, a mí siempre me tiraban hate, like, Alan, why are you not an advocate for like weight, like for plus size people? Like, Alan, why don't you talk about like how good you feel, or why don't you like go online and like advocate for the people that are overweight? And the reason why I never did that is because I was not going to advocate for something that I didn't feel good being, right? Like I never, even though there was times where I was like, oh, I don't care people say I'm fat, like sí me dolía.
It hurts.
Like I never liked being overweight, you know, and that's like the reality. And I feel like I've talked to a lot of people that are overweight. I mean, there is people that like it, but there's like a lot of people, no one, especially with society, how they make us feel, like no one likes to feel like, you know, like las miradas son diferente.
And you know what I'm thinking about is what you said earlier, like a few seconds ago. You said, you know, which I've seen that, that brands, not all brands, of course, but there's some brands that they don't give brand deals to like, you know, heavier set people. And that I've never been like heavier set, but like I've always been very body positivity. Yeah. Like I'm not a judgmental person. I mean, I'd be judging some things, but never nobody's body. You know, never nobody's body.
Like, especially not online. Like I hate that. Like I'm like, if I'm gonna judge, because that's what we all do as humans, we judge. Pero en tu mente, que se quede ahí.
Right,
literal,
exactly. But that kind of makes me not sad. It kind of like it kind of angers me because you're judging someone based off of their body, which looks good. Maybe like it's just not to you. But like you could be missing out on such a good person to give this brand deal to just because you're stuck in your own ways and you have a fucking fixed mindset. So because you're stuck in your fixed mindset, now you don't want to give this brand to someone that could possibly elevate the fuck out of your brand just because you were taught to be close fucking minded. And that makes me upset because, I mean, I don't want kids, but if I ever had like a daughter, son, whatever, and they were overweight, like my goal as your parent would be to make sure you feel good about you.
Exactly.
To make sure that you're confident and like your safe place is at home. So if the world is judging you, which they better not, because mama's gonna protect you, but like you know that you're good here at home. So it kind of makes me sad that brands eliminate, you know, heavier set people because that doesn't look good. Like what the fuck? You know, I've been to Victoria's, no judgment, you know, but I've been to Victoria's Secret before. They have my size now because I also lost weight, but there was a time where like I needed like extra large thongs. And they didn't have it. And I was like, why does this make me feel kind of shitty? What the fuck? Yeah. And I felt so shitty. And, you know, brands that are not exclusive to all sizes, like, I don't know why that angers my soul.
It really does. Like, to me, yo me acuerdo que antes, I'm not going to say names porque no quiero meterme en problemas, but I've talked about it. I've always wanted to do, like, outfit of the day pictures, right? Like, that always. But to me, I mean, I used to do them, and I'm not going to lie. Like,
get ready with me, right?
No, like, the outfit pictures, like, just on Instagram.
Okay.
And la cosa que pasaba conmigo es que yo meditaba un chingo, güey. Like, si yo pesaba 321 libras en persona, en mis fotos yo me miraba como de 220. I would edit the fuck out of my pictures. But, you know, one thing I do see, like now, there's been certain brands that, like, I've told my management, like, you know what, like, I want to work with this brand, like, let them send me clothes. Like, I want to have, like, a sponsorship with them. Y me decían que le decían a mi manager que ahorita, pues, eso es lo que no estaban buscando, you know, que no era el image que querían ellos para su brand, whatever. Y esas son las cosas que me decía mi manager sin que no me quería decir, right? To not make me feel bad. And it's funny because now that I've lost weight, there's been brands that have rejected me when I was bigger, that now all of a sudden que ya estoy bien guapo, chulo.
You always were. Now we gotta raise the price, baby.
Now, yeah, exactly. And you know what I've done with that specific brand, los mandé la chingada. Because to me, like, I'm very big on, like, si no me querías, cuando yo me sentía pa' la mierda, si tú no me querías, cuando yo sentía que, pues, ahí estaba yo, de ahí quedaba, you're not gonna get me when I feel my best. Because at the end of the day, like, esas brands quieren agarrarte for their benefit. You know what I mean? Like, they want to get you because
they don't give a fuck
They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a
so
fuck.
if you didn't give a fuck about me when I was fat, keep that same fucking energy. Literally.
That's gonna be my new bio. Oh my God,
I swear to God.
Better, bitch.
But it does change, you know, even people, you know, even like I've seen it, you know, like people even influencers que antes que like at the time that I was cool with que or even I'm still cool with them because like I don't take shit personal, right? Like if you didn't fucking find me cute back in the day because I was big, I don't give
get
a
this
fuck.
ass now.
No, but like with people that I know, I don't give a fuck. Like I don't need you to tell me like I'm cute or whatever, right? Like but I do see it now, like people that I've known for so long que antes ni un, oh my God, you look so good, or you, que antes no me decían eso, ahora, wow, you look so good. Y yo decía, yo en mi mente digo, pues qué, que pensabas que me miraba mal antes?
Right.
And it is like a mind fucking thing, but I also don't take shit too personal, especially with people I know because it's like, yo también, güey. Hay gente que pues yo, porque somos humanos. Like at the end of the day, we're human. Hay gente que pues yo, I don't find attractive for whatever fucking reason. Even though I don't voice it. En mi mente, I'm like, ay no, güey, ese güey está para espantar. Está
Jamás, güey.
I'm like, wait. But like to me, that's why I don't take it personal because I know as human beings, we all have different like ways of, we all have different ways of thinking what is beautiful. But me now, I'm just more of like, no, everyone is beautiful.
Yes.
I'm still not thinking like that. I'm still hating. I'm like, there's a couple bitches that are ugly.
There's a couple ugly motherfuckers out there, but you know who you are, bitch. I fucking agree. All right, I think we're gonna get into a more like a fun, deeper topic. As you guys all know, Alan is in a relationship. You guys have been together for what, 8-9 years, right? You were saying?
Cumplimos 8 años este mes.
Oh my God, I can't even do 8 weeks with somebody. I get bored. Anyways, not about me. What is your guys' story? How did you guys meet? Who asked who out? I want like the full fucking tea.
Okay.
Walk me through it.
So I met my boyfriend my senior year of high school. So yeah, my senior year. Literally, we've been together since high school.
Damn.
Yo lo conocí por casualidad. Or maybe not casualidad. It's like destiny, you know. In my junior year, my parents were having a lot of, difficulties with money. Tenían muchos problemas de dinero. Entonces me acuerdo que la casa en donde vivíamos, I used to live in Santa Ana, California.
There
Shout out to all my Santa Ana people.
Come on, Santa Ana.
But Santa Ana is known to be one of the most ghettoest cities in Orange County, but it's also one of the most expensive to live in, right? Okay. Which is, you think about it and you're like, wait. I mean, I don't know about anymore. Like maybe like there's other cities in Orange County that are more expensive, but at the time, it was always more known. It was like the main city that people knew when it came to Anaheim and Santa Ana are the biggest cities in like Orange County, right?
Right.
So nos corrieron de nuestra casa. So we literally had to figure out how the fuck where we were going to go, right? Y nos movimos my senior year of high school to Anaheim. Because habíamos agarrado un lugar bien barato, right? Like we had gotten an apartment. We went from living in a house to an apartment and ahí conocí a mi novio, which is so crazy because...
In the apartment complex?
No, at school.
At school.
So I actually was late. Cuando empezó el año escolar, I actually entered late. I entered maybe like a week or maybe even 3 weeks into the school year because I was supposed to go to another school, but I a huevo quería ir a esa porque se me hacía más cerquitas. It was only one bus that I had to take to get there. Y pues yo en ese tiempo, güey, ni caminar quería hacer. So I literally was like, one bus, sign me the fuck up, right? So I moved to that school, and when I went, obviamente it was like second period. My boyfriend, él era como like the office aide. So él era el office aide y a él le dijeron, give him a tour. They made him give me a tour of the whole school para que pues yo me sabiera dónde iba a ir, whatever, right?
Okay.
And in that office tour, él me dijo, oh, like, do you know anyone here? And I was like, pues no conozco a nadie, nada que ver. And él me dio el tour. He gave me the tour and he was like, if you don't have friends, you can come and kick it with me and my friends. Y así pasó. Like we started kicking it. We started off as friends. And it's crazy when I think about it now because we really were like best friends.
So wait, whenever he gave you the tour, did you like instantly have a crush on him?
Nada que ver. Nada que ver.
Just nothing.
Nada.
Wow.
Like no era mi tipo. No era mi tipo. Also keep in mind, like at all. Like and I don't even know if I was his type either. Like I don't think I've asked him, but like no era mi tipo and así pasó todo el año.
Yeah.
We were like I swear to God, we were like best friends to the point that like if I was fucking someone or if I was like talking to someone, yo le enseñaba. Yo me acuerdo que like fiesta side, you guys, like I would even show him like si alguien me mandaba una foto exclusiva.
Them dick pics,
Yo le enseñaba a él,
okay.
we would rate the dick pic. Like, I swear to God, like, ahí andábamos. Like, ooh, dude, should I do it? Should I not? Like, that's how close we were, right?
You guys had that good bond, though.
We had a good friendship, and it was always me, him, and my best friend that I'm still really close with, Alma.
Hi, Irma.
I swear to God, I think like the last kind of like 3 years, we both started noticing que pues nos celábamos. Right?
Shut the fuck
like
up.
cuando él me contaba, cuando él me
juicy.
empezaba a contar like de sus pedos, de sus hookups, como que él notaba que yo me encelaba y pues él también. And I remember I would tell my friend, I've told this story a million times, but I would tell my friend because she was always used to being like the third friend que la dejaban. So I would tell her and I was like, hey, I think I like him. Y ella me decía, no va a servir, no se va a servir. Y él le decía lo mismo. Él le decía, dude, I think I like him too. Y pues ella, porque pensaba que le íbamos a dejar, that we were going to just do us and like leave her to the side.
Got you.
Ella nos decía que it wasn't going to work out para su conveniencia de ella.
God damn it,
La Irma. But it got to the point where like you know what it was too? I was always that gay that I would always peck my friends.
Yeah.
Like, bye, babe. Mwah. Bye. Mwah. And me acuerdo que una vez, the first time I realized where I was like, dude, is he like falling for me? Me acuerdo que lo caminé a su casa, yo y mi amiga, and I was like, oh, bye, like, have a good day. I was like, give me a kiss. Like, but me just being, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I was fucking 17. Yo me quería bien. Besando a todo mundo. And I remember I told him, I was like, give me a kiss. And like, he closed, like, I was like, I was gonna give a peck, right? Cerró sus ojos, güey, como si estaba en una pinche novela.
The fucking wind came out of nowhere.
Yes, it's the Rosa de Guadalupe wind going back. And I literally stopped him halfway and le di el beso. I was like, chill, now you all falling in love.
Yo.
And he felt so awkward. So that's when I was like, he got awkward because like I think he already had feelings for me at that point.
He didn't want to
show
it,
Y yo me estaba
maybe.
burlando de él. So I was
God,
like, I swear to God. Yo bien putilla, amigas. And it got to the point where like, I don't know, I think maybe like, when you're with someone so much, you're like, okay, like maybe like, yeah, we're good friends, but like it can work out, right? Yeah. We I told the story, long story short, we didn't go to prom. We went to Disney. We made out for the first time on the It's a Small World ride.
How was it though? How was the makeout session?
You know what it was? It was still me fucking around. It was still me like, ooh, I bet you can't give me a kiss. Or like, I bet you like you're not
give me some dick.
Literally, I swear to God. I bet you won't let me suck it right here. Like, I swear to God. And we started making it. I'm like, let's go to the restroom right now. Ya ando horneado.
You're not down.
I'm like, ¿dónde está Dani? I'm like, get him out of the parking lot right now. No, but I swear to God, we made out and it was like, yo, obviamente we both were like, ya sentíamos algo for each other, but we still hadn't told her friend. We were in the theater. There was like a theater in like, in California Adventures.
Okay.
Like, like at Disneyland, like those theaters where you watch a show and it's kind of just like it moves and it's kind of like a vibe.
This could be us, but you play.
No, I swear to God. So we started making out. Like we started, like ya andábamos horneados de that little like makeout session. So we're like, let's just smack it up right here. Like, let's smack it up right here. And we literally were like making out. We're like in our zone. Yeah. And we just see our friend, boom, boom, boom.
Godzilla.
Like, I swear to God. Like, she was like,
You want to join or what?
I'm like, girl. And she got mad because we hadn't told her that we were like, like, she thought that we were already like dating behind her back.
But you guys weren't.
But she didn't realize that like it was kind of all happening like as we were going, right? Mm-hmm, like I feel like we both felt like there was something that we liked about each other, but like we were like, we don't know. And then that night, como te digo, we didn't go to prom. Yeah. That night, we know they all slept over. And while she was asleep, porque no lo estaba, we were like talking, we're like, so what's up? So what's this, And nos empezamos a confesar, I love you, I like you too, whatever. Obviously not I love you, it was I like you too. What are we gonna do? Like, I know you got a lot of bitches. Él me decía más porque, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, like, I had a lot of more, like, he would hook up with guys, but I had a lot of more pretendientes that wanted more serious things, right? Like there was like these guys that like would pick me up after school y que yo lo hacía que él me caminara to these guys. So él me decía a mí like, what are you gonna do? I don't know.
Worry about yourself.
I'm like, todos? I'm like, yo puedo con todos. No,
I got
kidding.
time to share, baby.
I'm like, it's okay. It's not that serious.
Right,
no, I swear to God, but like, obviously joking around. And I was like, no, like I'll drop it, whatever.
Yeah.
We're talking, and obviously, pues se calentaron las cosas and we wanted to do stuff. But we're like, no. We didn't end up doing stuff.
Oh, you didn't?
Because our friend was sleeping like right next to us. En la misma cama, güey. Sleeping.
I have to meet this Irma girl.
I swear to God. The next day when we're like, okay, we're going to tell Irma what's going on. Like, we want our friend to know. She wakes up and she's like, I already know you guys are dating. I already know you guys are like wanting to do stuff. I already know. And I was like, bitch, imagínate que hubiéramos cogido esa noche, nos hubiera escuchado y nos hubiera visto. Le hubiéramos dado todo un pinche OnlyFans show a mi amiga.
Not for free.
Not for
Never
free.
For free.
Por eso no lo hice. Like que paga la Irma. So
Come
then it just
on.
happened, we just started dating. It was a little awkward that first time because we were still in high school. Yeah. So we did like after... I remember the first time we actually did things. I think it was like 2 days later. Oh my God, I gave it up so easily. But in gay culture.
Hey, but y'all 8 years later, sometimes when you know, you know.
When you know, you know. I remember
you
me fui a
know.
su casa because he used to work y me recogía every night after school. Not after school. Every night after work me recogía y yo me iba, a veces hasta dormía con él. Yeah. That's why I feel like I moved in with him like a month after graduating high school.
Oh,
Porque
really?
yo como por 3 meses, like the last 3 months of high school, yo ya estaba durmiendo en su casa or him at mine every single day. So it was very kind of like gradually. And the first time we hooked up, the next day we didn't even talk to each other at school. Like it was awkward because we were also best friends, right? So we were like, oh my God, is this going to fuck up our friendship? Is this really what we want? Long story short, we ended up maybe like 2 days later, we ended up coming back together. Y pues desde ese día, pues ya you know what's crazy? Since that in those 8 years, I will sit down here and say we've only had one breakup. But that breakup only lasted for like, I swear to God, like 4 hours.
Wait, when was his breakup and why did it happen? If you want to share.
It was just like a fight. It was just, this happened.
Really big fight, though.
This happened in our apartment, like the first time we got an apartment. So like a lot of you guys already were there for it. It happened and we got in a big fight. No me acuerdo exactamente qué, pero me acuerdo que se hizo un big pedo. Donde, when you get in a big fight with your partner where you're like, ya hasta aquí, ya no quiero más. But ya cuando se te baja el pinche enojo, you're like, wait, a lo mejor no.
I was just hungry.
Yeah, literally, I was like, a lo mejor quería verga. I'm like, get in the bed now. But since then, like, obviously we fought. Somos una couple. Even like, I'm sure we probably fought like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, I'm not sure. I know.
Right, we fight every day. It's okay.
Literally, but it's like breakups because I know a lot of people that have like long-term relationships, like they break up, get back, break up, get back. No, nosotros una vez, y nomás duró a couple hours. We had makeup sex y sas.
We love makeup sex.
Literally.
Wait, do you like makeup sex?
I do.
Okay, fuck. Okay, you know what? Let me tell you something. I cannot do makeup sex.
Why?
Because it takes me 3 to 5 business days to get over our argument. You think I want to fuck? I still want to like I'm pissed. You want to put some in me when I'm pissed off?
Depende.
Like, what?
Depende. Si el problema es algo chico, I'll be like, okay, I'll get happy con esto. Me contento. But if it's obviously like a big pedo, no, hoy te castigo, no te doy. Like hasta mañana.
But you like makeup sex, though.
I do.
You prefer it.
Because I feel like it's rougher.
So you like it rough?
I do. Well, only when it's makeup sex.
Oh, wait,
when it's not, I'm just like,
you're more of like a lovey.
Princesa.
What's your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aries.
Okay.
What are you?
You take a wild guess. Just take one guess.
You're giving very Leo energy.
I'm offended. I fucking hate
Wait,
Leos.
you're not a Leo?
I'm kidding. I'm a Scorpio.
I don't know shit about, what are they? ¿Qué son?
They're me.
You're like, lo que es which? Then I like Scorpios.
You know what? There's November Scorpios, we're the best. And there's October Scorpios, which are kind of fucking, sorry, they're kind of boring.
Okay.
So we're pretty cool. We're pretty cool. But, so when you have makeup sex, you prefer it to be harder because, you want to let out all this steam.
Saca todo el enojo. Sácamelo. Déjamelo. Implántamelo.
Traumatize me,
baby. I swear to God, like I will say, porque aquí me miran hablar y han de pensar que, no lo han de colgar, lo han de poner en un swing. No, tampoco.
Fuck
like,
yeah.
I don't like that crazy, like.
No, yeah, me either.
Tampoco. Me duele, güey. But decirte, can I be honest? I don't even like nalgadas. First of all, ni tengo culo, güey. Like, I swear to God, like, my boyfriend likes to, like, slap my ass. And, like, I swear to God, I've said this so many times to him. I've always had no ass. Even when I was big, I've always had, like, a big back. Right? Like, I had a big back. So, like, even now, pues, güey, pues, quedó nada, una pinche tabla. And whenever he tries to, like, slap it, whenever he does slap it when we're having sex, like, even if I'm in the moment, bitch, like, even though I'm like, yeah, baby, give it to me, like, paso un momento donde me da mi pinche nalgada, and I'm just like, wait, like, is he making fun of me? Like, is Is he like, in his head, is he like thinking like, güey, este no tiene nada? I hate nalgadas. I hate nalgadas, bitch, because I get so self-conscious. I don't like, and my boyfriend has a nice bubbly butt. Like, él sí, a él se lo puedo nalgar, pero a mí no me gusta, güey. I'm like, ¿sabes? Está riendo de mí and trying to control himself. I don't
so
like
funny.
it. But I do like the rough, like, boom, 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 boom. Like, déjamelo, plántamelo. I swear to God.
Yo, this motherfucker is a character.
I swear. But I don't like
I'm not letting you leave my house. You're so funny. Yo, what the fuck? Okay, so how has it been dating though in the public eye? And were you ever worried about like longevity wise? Like, okay, so before you answer, I don't really want to talk for you, but I do have to say it must be refreshing to be with someone that you know is not using you.
Yeah.
You met him when you had nothing. So I know that already, like you're secure with that, but like whenever you started to post him on social media, like how was that for you? Like were you ever worried about like certain fans saying stuff or like how was it for you guys?
You know what's crazy? The OGs know I didn't show my boyfriend into maybe like 2-3 years into the relationship.
Wow.
Obviously they knew I had a boyfriend. They would hear him in like the back of my videos and my vlogs, pero nunca lo enseñaba. Like I would never, because to me I was always like, I've always been very big on like, once you put something out on social media, ya no nomás es para ti esa persona, es para ti esa persona y todo el mundo. You know what I mean? And I feel like when I did show him, obviously everyone was excited, you know, everyone was pumped. But I've always been someone that I'm like, if you guys watch, especially like my old vlogs, I feel like when I started, I used to vlog every single day. So like my come up was... My come up was I used to upload every single day, Monday through Friday on YouTube for 3 years straight, right? So I've always been very like, si algo me pasaba, well, I'm like, bitch, I'm daily vlogging, like I have to record it.
Did that ever get draining, by the way?
It did.
Doing all that and editing that?
Not the editing part. It was just more during like the comments. So when I first started, you know, showing my boyfriend, I was always very much like, you guys are gonna get the real deal. Like I'm sick and tired of like the couples online showing like the estamos enamorados y luego al pinche mes a los 2 meses cuernuda mi amor. Like I was always big like, no, I'm gonna show the real relationship. So I would always like when I would vlogging, like se escuchaba mucho o peleábamos mucho on camera. Pero no eran peleas graves, you know, it was like just fights or bickering that you have with your couple. So obviously like that created a lot of hate for my boyfriend because like when you are like, look, I don't want to say I'm the star, but when the channel is yours, you are the star. You know, it's Alannized, that's the main person. Igual como tú vas a tu canal, you're the star in your social media, right?
You are the main character.
So I feel like people me tenían tanto amor que le tiraban tanta mierda a él. Aunque yo tenía la culpa, like let's say the fight was like, oh, Alannized started it, le tiraban
They're
a
always
él.
going to be loyal to you first.
Me, right? So it did cause a lot of like, fuck, like, why do they hate my man? Like, for a long time, they hated my boyfriend. And even till this day, he gets comments that people hate him. And to me...
Can I ask, what do those comments even say?
Like, they're like, oh, he's just using you or this or that. Like, it's just crazy. They come up with the craziest shit, crazy scenarios. And at the time, no te voy a mentir, a veces sí me ponían cosas en la cabeza. But then as I started going on social media, I started seeing que así es la gente. La gente, si tú les dices, this is pink or this is red, y ellos a huevo quieren decir, no, es blanco, ellos van a hacerse una historia en su pinche mente para que en su mente ellos crean que es blanco. There's no talking sense to people que a huevo quieren. So I started realizing que no matter what, no matter how much explaining you do, no matter how much you be like, I was at fault, I did this, I did that, la gente va a creer lo que ellos en su fantasía, lo que ellos en su vida crean.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
and let me ask you something. Isn't it weird or like, I don't know, I feel like the minute someone gets in a relationship with someone that makes a lot of money or like more than them, automatically you have to be a user. Like, what? I'm not fucking attractive or something? Like, why is it that anytime I'm with someone, I mean, there's been some, you know, we don't want to talk about that. But why is it that like when we're in a relationship with someone, and just because we are like essentially like the breadwinners, why does every partner automatically have to be using us? Why can't we just be happy? You know,
and
that's like a projection of what maybe like you would do.
And that's one thing I always say. So when I first started dating my boyfriend, obviamente I was doing I was doing a little social media, but I wasn't doing it at the capacity. Obviously, I was in high school. I think I only had like 20K followers at the time. Like apenas andaban pensando.
Yeah.
And at the time, he would make more money than me.
Exactly.
Él siempre, he started working like at 16, so he always had like a job, right? So él me sacaba por muchos años hasta cuando nos movimos en nuestro apartamento.
But no one wants to talk about
that. But no one wants to remember that,
they never
right?
want to talk about that.
There was times where I want to say when we lived in our apartment, if you've been in OG apartment day era, the first 6 months, I wasn't doing YouTube. So yo nomás ganaba como $600 al mes with little brand deals, right? Like I wasn't really making money. Él ganaba. Él a veces echaba los biles. Él me sacaba a comer. Él me daba mis cositas. And obviously, cuando uno empieza a ganar, I've always been the type of person that I love hard. Si yo tengo algo, a mí no me vale, güey, porque el dinero va y viene. You know what I mean? Like, hoy lo puedo tener, mañana no, entonces disfrútalo. So I've always been, when I started making money, I'm like, no, like this is us. Like if I can bring you along, like this is us. So I feel like for me, like it was never more like he's using me or like whatever. But there was times, I'm not gonna lie, donde la gente te pone eso y you're like, cuando andas peleando, cuando andas en pleito, cuando andas en pleito que, oh, chinga tu madre, vete a la verga, like, and you're like, y empiezas a ver los comentarios, he's using it, te lo pone en la cabeza, a lo mejor sí. But then you kind of just have to knock yourself out of it and kind of be like, no, way, like, your boyfriend loves you, he wouldn't be with you, like, through your hard times, low times, porque eso es una cosa que la gente no sabe lo que miran y sabe lo que ponemos, but Danny has really been there for me, like, en mis buenas y en mis malas, en los momentos donde no quería estar aquí, en los momentos donde ya no quería hacer lo que hago, él siempre estuvo ahí, you know what I mean? So for me, it's like money is just money.
It's money.
It's money,
You know, and I feel like, a lot of people don't talk about that. Really, really quick story that I feel like I can relate to you on that. One of my first relationships that I was in, she had a fair amount of money.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I didn't check her fucking account, but she had a lot. And she would always be the one to like handle the bills, do all the stuff, take me out, buy me like my little cositas, how you said. And then we were like on and off for years. And then we rekindled, I won't say when, not anymore, but when we rekindled a little while back, the roles switched.
Yeah.
And she was like, just not where she was anymore. And things were hard for her. Yeah. And I was like, I'm good now, you know? And it actually felt fucking good to be like, I got us now. I'll handle this. I'll take care of the bills for a bit. Like, let me take you shopping. Let me do that because it feels good to provide back for someone that did it too or did it first. Yeah. So I think a lot of people on social media don't like to talk about that stuff because automatically, no offense, but a lot of y'all really just eat up drama. Y'all like drama. Y'all like to paint people to be the bad guy every fucking time when really, like, look at the backstory. Like, look where they came from. Look where they started. Look that in the beginning, he didn't have anything. And now because he has everything, automatically he's getting used or he's being loved and he's spoiling his partner in return when he did it for you first.
Y es una cosa que también quiero decir. I mean, I've said it multiple times before, pero como que la gente no le da. Una cosa que yo sí voy a decir, like, my boyfriend no es mantenido. Que a lo mejor yo diga, I'm on a trip and like, he's like, I can't afford it. And I'm like, I got you. Es otra cosa. Yeah. Pero él paga sus biles. Él paga su renta. Like, even from the beginning, when we moved into our first apartment, and the reason why we had moved into our first apartment, because at the time I had come out with a collab of makeup that was at Ulta. So me habían dado $50,000. Me habían dado 50,000. Pero en ese tiempo yo me creía rico. Dije, no, pues ya puedo vivir la vida nice. Pero ese dinero se me gastó rápido. A los 6 meses, furnishing the apartment, doing like everything that I was doing. Cuando agarras mucho dinero and it's like the first time seeing so much money, se te va así. Okay. So when we first moved in, even though I was like, okay, I have $50,000, one of the things I've always been very hard on, y él te lo puede decir, and he can affirm to it, I've always been like, we're gonna move and live in a place where I know you can like afford rent. Yeah. Like él paga renta. Yeah. You know, obviamente, ya ahorita donde vivimos no paga half porque pues half the house I use, pero sí paga renta a good amount, you know what I mean?
But you know what's crazy is like, although you're explaining this, which like I totally respect, like a lot of people they don't deserve to hear this explanation because let's just say you covered all the bills or he covered all the bills. At the end of the day, like there is a thing as house husbands, house wives, house boyfriends, house girlfriends. Like, I feel like we like to explain ourselves just to kind of make our partners look good when like, if you know, you know, and if you don't know, you don't fucking know.
And I swear to God, even to this day, like, yo siempre le he dicho, like, el momento que tú no tengas para la renta, mi amor, like we can still be dating, but like, I mean, I've got him here and there, you know what I mean? But like, he's always been good with his bills. Ya lo extra, pues es mío. You know, obviously when we go on trips, él me da lo que puede, gasta sus cosas, se compra sus cosas. Pero I've always been very big on that. Y a mí, como que me ha caído gordo cuando la gente dice que eres mantenido, because it's like, güey, yo no sé hacer nada en la casa. Like, yo nomás sé hacer el dinero. No, but like, I swear to God, I don't even know how to pay a bill. Right. I've said this before, like when there's been times when we fight, and I'm like, hasta aquí llegó. A chingar a su madre. But you know, like those little fights.
Can
like,
you send that water bill real quick?
Yeah, and I'm like, wait, ¿cómo voy a pagar la luz? No sé ni es donde se paga. Like, and then I'm like, maybe the problem isn't that big.
Right, maybe I do.
I'm like, maybe I can forgive you.
Dude, really quick, what does your boyfriend do? Is he on social media as well, or what is?
So he actually, you know, it's funny because when I started doing social media, yo levanté a toda mi familia in the sense of like, you get a platform, you get a platform, you get a platform. You all get a platform. Right? Like, I swear to God, my mom, you know, quit her job. She started doing YouTube. Ahorita tiene su negocito de dulces.
Your mom?
My mom, yeah. My sister-in-law had a YouTube channel, lo abandonó. She hit like 100K in like literally less than like 3 months. Like literally as I was going, I was putting on my boyfriend, my best friend, all my best friend, my boyfriend, they all have YouTube channels,
Success
right? Like,
is nothing if you don't put your people on.
Exactly. So like to me, like, ellos siempre han tenido la plataforma, right? Like they have their own YouTube channel, saben que pueden ganar dinero. But for my boyfriend, él trabajó, siempre trabajaba. So he worked, when we were living in the apartment, he worked at TJ Maxx. Luego se movió a T-Mobile and he started making good commission.
Wow.
And then maybe like a year and a half ago, they fired him because he had DACA and his DACA was taking a long time to arrive. Entonces, cuando no tienes tu DACA vigente, te quitan el trabajo because like you can't legally work. So they laid him off for like a year. Entonces, during that year, I mean, he's always had YouTube prior, pero como él sabía que él tenía a steady income with like T-Mobile, él no ponía like his whole heart and soul on YouTube. Like he would upload like maybe twice a month, just for fun, pa sus little nickels and dimes, you know, but like he wouldn't go full force. But it wasn't until like he got laid off from like T-Mobile, like his job, where like he literally was like, you know what, me voy a poner las pilas. I know how much money I can make on YouTube, because that's one thing. I swear to God, for me as a creator, if you're not on YouTube, I don't give a fuck if you have millions of followers, millions of views on YouTube. You're not going to make the same as if you were to get them on YouTube, right?
Gets back on YouTube.
I swear to God. Y lo digo honestamente porque a mí me va bien en TikTok, pero no gano lo que gano en YouTube.
That's true.
Nada.
That's
you
true.
know, and, you know, se puso las pilas con YouTube y gracias a Dios, he makes more on YouTube than what he was making at his T-Mobile job.
Yeah, really?
So like, por eso lo que te digo, like, I've always been like, I've always told everyone around me, like, I like to help, right? And my way of helping is like, I can easily give you the money to help, but if I can give you the platform that can the resources that can help you not just in that moment, but like longevity wise, ya sí. Si tú haces algo con tu plataforma, bueno, si no, pues es tu culpa. Estás batallando porque quieres. Y yo se lo digo eso mucho a mi mamá, a mi hermana, because they all have YouTube channels. Like, ustedes batallan porque quieren.
Yeah.
You know, and I say that like with all due respect, you guys, because I know it might sound a little harsh, pero yo también me ha costado mucho trabajo, muchas horas, a lot of esfuerzo to get to where I'm at. So whenever I put like my family on, my friends on, I'm like, you guys me miran a mí, me miran que estoy ganando dinero. You guys can do that too.
Right.
Si ustedes se ponen las pilas.
If you guys work as hard and like you're as consistent, no, for fucking sure. So, okay, Alan, you interview obviously a lot of fucking people, and it's no secret you're fucking great at it, right? There's a lot of tea spilled on your show. And well, you know, we kind of wanted to get some tea on your personal life with these rapid fire random fucking questions, okay? Who has been your favorite interview so far and why? Rapid.
Oh my God. On. Okay. Recently, I have a lot of favorite interviews, you guys, but if I have to say maybe within the last month, I will say Kim and Vinny. Kim and Vinny, because I love when people get on my show and they feel so comfortable and really like tell their story and be real and raw, porque así soy yo. So cuando miro eso, me encanta, and I feel like their episode hit a lot of people. It hit home for a lot of people. Like a lot of people, like they talked about like drugs and like drug abuse and addiction. Y es un tema que pues no mucho se habla. So that will have to be one of my recent favorite episodes. Pero tengo un chingo, güey. Tengo un chingo. I've been doing this shit for like 4 years. Yeah.
So, okay, you don't have to say who, unless you want to, you know. Who has been your least favorite person to interview and why? And if you don't want to say who, tell us Don't tell us the person, but tell us why it was your least
Okay.
favorite. You don't have to say the gender if you don't want
No
to.
voy a decir persona, you guys, porque obviamente, respeto. A veces hay personas que no quieren hablar mucho de su vida. A veces no quieren, expose themselves out there, especially because, social media. And I feel like a lot of people get scared too because when I do post like the little TikToks, they go viral and sometimes people do end up getting a lot of hate. But I won't say people. I don't think I've had like a person that like, oh my God, like horrible, I hate them, like nunca otra vez. But I think the ones I don't like are like the one word responses.
Oh my
Like si yo te pregunto like, ¿cómo estás? Bien. Pero ¿por qué estás bien? Like dime. Like, you know what I mean?
And then ask me after how I'm doing.
Like, I think like if you're not able to hold up a conversation.
Don't go on a podcast, please.
Exactly.
Okay. Who was the person or guest that surprised you the most and why?
You know what? I will say name.
Okay.
Juju on the beat. And the reason why is because, okay, so my, like just the format of my podcast is very much like recuéntame tu vida, right?
Yeah.
Like tell me about your story, your struggles, what you've been through. Like that's my vibe, right? Yeah. And when I usually get on a call or I usually like text my guests, like, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to share? Like, is there anything that you want to make sure you share? And with Juju, te amo mucho Juju, which I will say, like, I was shook, right? Ella me dijo, I don't want to talk about my personal life. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about that. So yo en ese momento, as a host, before meeting her, because it was also my first time meeting her, I was like, oh my God, like if she doesn't want to talk about like her childhood, if she doesn't want to do this or that, like, ¿de qué vamos a hablar, right?
Like, what
are we going to talk about? Pero ella me dijo, no, yo soy buena para platicar. Y a mí me dicen eso mucho, luego cuando llegan no lo son, right? So I was like, okay, like I'm trusting you. Llegó, güey, boom. A lo que vino. Like her episode, like even though she didn't like talk about too much about her personal struggles, her personal life, she gave me like by the end of the episode, I was like, wow, bitch, like
you shocked me.
You shocked me because you literally came in here and even though it wasn't like like I'm going through shit, like you literally gave, like you knew what you came in for. And for that, Juju, te amo, el episode is so amazing. People loved you on the episode and I was worried. I'm not gonna lie, I was worried a little bit, but she delivered. I love her.
Juju, I don't know who you are, but good job, Juju. Fuck yeah. So, okay, who do you want to have on the podcast? More of like, who is a dream guest that you're like, damn, like I really want to ask them, but they might fucking say no. A dream guest.
Gloria Trevi. I know that would not happen. I'm y'all aiming high. I'm a huge Gloria Trevi fan. So like to be able to interview her or just have her sitting next to me, I feel like that would be exactly. That would be a fucking dream come true. Obviamente estoy soñando lejos, estoy soñando en alto.
No, you're manifesting
si un día llega a pasar, that would be my dream guest. Like I would love to sit down with like one of my idols and like someone I look up to like a lot in like the music world and just hear about their story and just que me cuenten pues de su vida. I feel like
all the fans that are whether listening to the audio or watching the visual, I know you guys are powerful ass fucking people. I go flood her comments and get him to interview her.
Amigas, like, y'all can make it happen. Clip this part, put it on TikTok, etiquetela.
We need your guys' help, please.
We're all forcing her to be on the phone. I'm like, Gloria Trevi, te necesitamos aquí.
We need you right now, hell yeah. Well, considering the fact that you touch on very dark subjects, does it ever take a toll on your spirit? And you know what? I always wonder that about you. I always see your stuff like on my TikTok and like, this motherfucker is always trending. You know who he is. And I know you love your job. That's your baby. Like that's your livelihood, your empire. But at the times that you interview people, when it gets like, a little dark, it's kind of like a therapy session.
It is draining.
Tell me why it is.
You know what's crazy? When I finish a good episode, like I know when someone opens their heart to me, like I know that. But like at the end of the episode, like I'm mentally like exhausted. Not like in a bad way because it's like, La manera que yo lo explico, no, me importa mucho, right? But like, the way I see it, you guys, like, si tú me cuentas tu historia, like, I literally, I'm like, I'm so like, consumed by it, right? I'm like, I want to be there. I want to talk to you. I want to make sure that like I'm there, right? I'm not just there para sacarte el chismes, para sacarte la plática. I'm there to like listen.
Like you give a fuck.
And to me, like obviamente yo también tengo mis pedos, right? Yo tengo mis pedos, mi mente está llena de mis pedos. Entonces cuando tengo mis pedos y luego me montan el pedo de otras personas, it is very mentally draining. But again, I love what I do. And I feel like even if I make a little difference, because I have had people like guests have told me like, wow, you've made a difference, not just in that moment, but like in my career, like that's what it all makes it worth it. Because to me, I'm like, yes, it is mentally and emotionally exhausting, pero me encanta lo que hago.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you can love the fuck out of your job and still be drained by it. Kind of like whenever you go to work out, like when you leave the gym, you feel tired, you're in pain, you feel defeated, but you also feel really fucking good too. So don't take this as like, you know, we don't love what we do. It's just like you can love what you do and still be stressed out because you love it so much that you stress out when you don't have to stress. You're your own boss, but you physically go out of your way to get stressed out to make sure it's not just done, but it's done right, which is fucking beautiful, you know? Okay, how do you deal with mental health and keep it up like with such a busy schedule?
It's hard. It really is hard. En la manera de que pues, you know, I get so consumed with work, and that's something that I'm trying to like step back from because I'm 100% with what I do. It does take a lot mentally. Like even my boyfriend will tell me like there's days where I'm like so exhausted from work that all I want to do is be like a couch potato. Like I just want to sit down. But obviously I have to like remember that like I'm still at the end of the day not just a talk show host, but I'm also you know, a boyfriend. I'm also a son, a sibling. So it's really hard, and that's one thing that I'm struggling with, like trying to be there for everyone and be like even my friends me lo reclaman, like, oh, you don't hit me up, and I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry. Like I don't even have time for myself. Like I am so and I say this like proudly, not proudly. I say this like con todo el respeto, like a veces hasta con mi novio no tengo tiempo para él, you know what I mean? Like, and it does suck, but I'm trying to work on that to where like I
time management,
juggle everything. It's just hard, you know, it's hard, pero de que se puede hacer, amigas.
So obviously before podcasting and all that, you started as like a beauty influencer, and you like, you know, you were in that space, you were like creating your content and stuff. So to Alannized, what makes a good skincare routine? Like what do you do that makes you be like, this is fucking great?
I don't fucking think you would believe me because I feel like no one fucking does. I don't have a skincare routine.
What the? Yeah, you're right.
I swear to God, I don't. Like, obviamente me lavo la cara with like a face wash, but I don't have like a, you know, my boyfriend has like a 10-step fucking like makeup, like a 10-step skincare routine. Y yo como de que, wait, no. I just drink a lot of water. You know, I feel like my skin's nice.
Beautiful.
I will literally, like, sin exagerar, you guys, ahorita quiero más agua, pero ya no quiero pedir, porque ya pedí como 5 pinches vasos. But I'm like, I love drinking water. Good. It's my favorite type of drink. Yeah. So I will say for good skin, drink a lot of water, and then I don't fucking know. Go ask someone fucking else.
Honestly, like, that is so fucking true because you can even hear that shit like in the medical field and whatnot or whatever the fuck. Like, yeah, skincare is important. Like doing your stuff is important. But when you drink a lot of water, that like, it kind of shows too, you know? But nevertheless, people do struggle with acne and they do drink a lot of water. So I'm not talking about y'all whatsoever. Okay, so we have to ask, what are some glam secrets or tips that you know or that you learned like early on whenever you first started social media?
Glam secrets.
Yeah.
Well, not really like crazy thing. People look better, like if like influencers or no, not everyone. But with all, I think one thing I've learned, because I used to do this a lot when I first started as a kid, yo me comparaba mucho because my skin is nice, but it's not like the most flawless, right? Y yo miraba mucho like todos estos YouTubers, todos estos influencers con su piel de seda, güey, like a nice ass skin. And I would be like, oh my God, my skin does not look like that.
It's called Facetune.
It's called FaceApp now. It's called FaceApp.
FaceApp Now Plus.
No, I swear to God, that's what it is. So I feel like as a viewer, like especially like if you love makeup, if you know, enjoy doing your makeup, don't go based off like anyone you see online. Maybe they do have bomb makeup because there is people I meet online and I'm like, wait, está mejor su maquillaje en persona que online. But one of the best beauty tips or one of the best beauty secrets is for sure FaceApp or Facetune.
FaceApp. You know, social media is fun and shit, but also for sure one thing I learned as well being on there for like fucking 11-ish years is really don't believe everything you see on social media. Like everything is, a lot of things are fake and nothing is ever what it seems. So I think the biggest thing that will take your happiness away in life is comparison. You compare yourself to someone else's body, face, success, money, house. You're going to forget about what the fuck you got in front of you, and what you got right now is what you always prayed for. Exactly. So never forget that you're currently living a dream that you dreamt about when you were younger. That got deep for no fucking reason. I need to talk to my therapist. Okay, so if you could use only one makeup product for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
concealer.
I knew you were going to say
Concealer
that shit.
por las ojeras, mi amor.
Las
Like, las
pinche ojeras.
ojeras. Si ahorita me quito esto, va a decir, este güey no ha dormido como en 10 años. I swear to God. The other day, funny
Tell
story,
us.
quick little story.
Yeah.
I had gone to the Fuerza Regida event.
Yeah.
And I got a little buzz, right? So like when I got home, my cuñada came over and I was like still buzzing it. And she was like, hey, did you get it like in a fight? Or like, ¿qué te pasó en el ojo? Y yo como de que, güey, ¿qué pasó? Like, because I did fell. Por eso tengo esto. So I was like, oh my God,
no.
maybe I did. I was drunk at the event.
Okay.
Que alguien me puso un putazo o algo.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, como que tienes aquí morado, tienes morado. But it was my makeup coming off, right? Like it was like my concealer coming off just from this side.
Okay.
And I literally was like, ignored it, right? Because I'm like, bitch, I'm too drunk to deal with this. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Not dealing with your fucking
I'm like, this is not the energy I need, Ashley.
Come on, Ashley.
So I swear to God, like, yeah, I got sober quick, right? Like maybe like 2 hours later, I got up, went to the restroom, and when I was washing my hands, I literally was like, oh shit, I see it. I'm like, I see el putazo.
God
Take
damn
out
it,
my
Ashley.
makeup. It was just my fucking dark circles.
It was just my face.
It was just me. It was just me without the filter.
It's a face that is okay.
Me without the bold filter on TikTok.
Yo, shut the fuck. I love that bold one.
I do.
So, okay, what is the worst beauty trend right now? And if you do it, don't get offended. Just learn how to fucking laugh a little bit. But what is the worst one?
Can I be honest? I'm not really too much into like the beauty world. I do
Okay.
makeup just for myself, but I don't follow a lot of like beauty influencers.
Okay.
But in general, if I can talk about like my entirety of being on social media, one thing I've seen, which I've done, not necessarily that product.
Okay.
But one of the ones that I thought was the stupidest is doing your contour and concealer with the Louboutin shoes.
What the fuck?
Have you ever seen that with the big stiletto with like the red bottoms, bitch? They're all fucking contouring their face. Look it up. You will see it. It was a fucking trend back in the day and everyone would fucking do it. I never did it because pues no tenía el zapato. Like no me alcanzaba en ese tiempo.
Rent has to be paid first.
Literally, I swear to God, that one was like the
shoe?
stupidest thing because I'm like,
Wait, hold on.
zapato?
Was it like literally just happening because it was trending, or were people actually actively using a shoe every day?
I think it was
on their
just
face?
because the views.
Okay,
You know,
I
it
was
was like
like-
when the algorithm was so crazy on IG that it's like you had to do the craziest shit to get fucking attention. It was during that time.
God damn! I thought bitches were actually putting a shoe on their face. I was
Oh,
like,
uno
that-
nunca sabe, a lo mejor sí.
Well, don't do that. Don't do that. I have a question for you. What is the best advice that you've ever received from someone that you think about every fucking day? Something that like kind of saved you and helped you.
Nothing is ever too serious or too personal.
Oh my God, I'm gonna
Or
hire you
too
as my therapist.
motherfucking personal because hay mucha gente que tienen una cosa donde todo. Si yo te puedo decir algo, like let's say I say something in general, puede haber una persona atrás que se siente ofendida o se siente como de que, ay, me lo está tirando a mí, me lo está diciendo por yo. And I feel like I used to be that type of person. Like si yo escuchaba algo or I would hear like, or I would hear people just talk shit in general. Yo decía, oh, lo han de decir por mí o lo han de decir porque yo soy así o algo. And I feel like being on social media, you know, I feel like I don't take shit too serious. And this I will say, this is like low tea. Apenas acaban de ser un muchacho que había hecho un video about, you know, like clout chasing or something like that. Había un comentario donde me etiquetaron a mí. And yeah, they like tagged me in it and whatever, right? And I had seen it, right? Like I saw it y yo no lo tomé personal. ¿Por qué? Porque lo estaban diciendo más como de que it was like about un tema, right? Whatever. And to me, I was like, I didn't take it personally. Even that comment, like, because that's the thing. With social media, you can see a comment and you create a scenario in your head, right? And I used to do that all the time. And I feel like that's why I wouldn't get anywhere in life. And I feel like the moment I started being like, you know what? I'm in my lane. Si alguien sí me va a tirar, que me lo tire. Si no me van a tirar, si no me están diciendo a mí directamente, Alan, tú esto, otro, no lo tomo personal.
Amen.
¿Por qué? Porque si hiciera para mí y si no tuvieron los huevos para decirlo, pues no, me va a resbalar.
It's almost like that quote that says, if it's not going to matter in 5 hours, 5 weeks, 5 days, 5 years, it should not matter right now.
Y esa personita though, like I will say, I don't want you guys to throw hate at him because he did reach out to me because he was like, hey, I am seeing people are saying that it's about you.
Yeah.
And I just want you to know that it's not about you. Like, no es nada contra ti. Y yo le dije, you know what? Like, I saw the comments, pero no te sientas mal. You know, like, yo no tomo nada personal. You know, like,
Good for
esos
you.
comentarios no me calan. Lo que la gente quiere decir, sas. And I told him straight up, up. I was like, I never thought in one way that you were shading me because I know I'm not clout chasing off that situation. You know what I mean?
How can you be a clout chaser when you're a fucking public figure yourself?
Si yo sé que no, pues pa qué me va a calar?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, so I told him straight up, and I feel like that's one of the things in general, not just with social media. Don't take nothing too serious or too personal because sometimes it's not even about you y tú te pones el saco.
There are people are just projecting 24/7 as to how like they are, how they would react to a situation. So with that being said, before we end the episode, because we're not really just done yet, tell us what are you working on right now? Tell us about your podcast. Tell us what you have in store for yourself. Let the viewers know how and where they can fucking find you, because I'm sure you guys are all very intrigued by him.
Ahorita tenemos mucho trabajo, amigas. Si ustedes me sigan, ustedes ya se hartaron de tanto decirles tanto trabajo que tenemos. So I used to film from home, and I just finished filming my last episode from home yesterday.
What the fuck?
That's why. Can I say that you're gonna be on my? That's why we had to kind of move your episode because I wanted you to get like the full experience at my new studio, and I also needed to cut the season already like off. Like I was already going over the season. So right now we're in the process of moving from my house to like a new studio.
Congratulations!
Thank you. And I feel so proud because it really has been a lot of work and it really has been a lot of like struggles to get where I am with the podcast. So I'm super proud of that. Ahorita estamos moviéndonos, nos están haciendo el piso. They're creating a new stage. We're doing a lot of new elements for the podcast, you guys. We're gonna elevate this shit. It's
Next
gonna
level.
be crazy. No les quiero decir mucho porque no quiero que luego, porque a mí no me gusta decir las cosas hasta que estén set in stone.
That part.
There's a lot of things that are happening, you know. Gracias a Dios me está yendo muy bien. Gracias a Dios le está yendo amazing al podcast, al apoyo de ustedes, al apoyo de todos mis invitados, porque también quiero decirle muchas gracias a todos los invitados que have trusted me with their story, that have trusted me with whatever they've ever said on my podcast. Se los agradezco because no nomás quiero decir que yo pongo all the hard work, también viene mucho de lo que ellos aportan al podcast. So I do have to say, you know, ahorita estamos con eso. The new season's gonna come out super, super soon. Y pues la vamos a ver a Salice ahí por allá. But yeah, you guys can find me on all my social medias under Alannized. Así de simple, amigas. ALANNIZED. Boom. Sas. Y ya.
There you go. Oh my God. Well, thank you so much for being here and just being so fucking down to be a part of the podcast, and you as well being so comfortable sharing your stories and from how you grew up to your relationship status to social media. I know it's never really easy to talk about things like that because, you know, the internet loves to fucking make up scenarios and shit, but thank you for just trusting me with that. I appreciate it. He's like one of the best guests I've ever fucking had. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode.
Wait, can I say something before we leave?
Oh my God, of course.
Estoy bien feliz, amigas, que vine porque por poquito no venía.
Yeah.
Por poquito te cancelaba hoy, güey. So ayer, no, se estaba hundiendo mi casa. No porque quería, porque se estaba hundiendo mi casa. I literally no, it's okay now. I literally texted my manager last night, like at 10 o'clock. So we were just chilling, watching TV. You know, we were about to start watching, I think, like RuPaul's Drag Race. And literally we started hearing like rain noise. And I was like, oh my God, está lloviendo, you know, whatever. And I started hearing it loud and I was like, wait, ¿está lloviendo? Abrimos y no vas a creer que my whole backyard was flooding. No por lluvia. Se quebró un pipeline like on the city side. So my whole house was getting flooded. Like there was so much water coming in to the point que parecía que I could throw a fucking pool party in mi casa.
I'm there.
So I literally texted my manager. I was like, hey, this is going on. Like if the city isn't answering a las 10:30 de la noche. La policía no han mandado a nadie. Like I don't know what to do. Like I'm scared that like it might get flooded. So just a heads up. I told my manager, I was like, if it doesn't get stopped, we might have to cancel. And gracias a Dios, you guys, porque el universo me quiso aquí, porque el universo quiso que hiciéramos esto. Se paró como like an hour later.
What the
An hour later, and crazy story, you would think that there would be a whole flooding. An hour after it stopped, como que el agua desapareció. It was still wet, but like all the water, it was like
you
maybe
drank
like a couple
all the
inches.
water, huh?
I bet, bitch. Quisiera. I swear to God. So I'm so happy that I'm here, and thank you so much for having me.
Well, after that fucking crazy ass situation, thank you for still making it. You know, again, you have to have, respectfully, good work ethic to even make it after something like that happens. So thank you for being here. Thank you for everything. Thank you guys for being here. And if you guys, of course, want to support our podcast, both of our podcasts, go download it, go watch it, wherever you could download a podcast, we will be there. And we will see you guys next week. We love you. Alan, thank you for being here. I love you guys.
Thank you so much for having me. Los miramos en la próxima. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Take a shot, bitch. Take a
shot.
Come on.